So you guys were just brought here. Look at you. To think they're going to be 4 foot, 5 foot tall. Oh, it's okay. Hi everybody, it's Robbie from Southern California and I'm in my bird garden. Isn't that beautiful? I don't know if you can see. We have a ton of small birds in here. House finches, probably about 30 spice finches, and then we also have pintail whitest along with other birds in here. So let me give you an update on the emus. The emus that lived here were raised here from hatch. As soon as they were hatched, they were brought here. They were in the bird garden. Now, I will tell you, as they got bigger, and they didn't sleep out here because there's no protection from coyotes. Now, I've never had a coyote that I know of in my bird garden. That's not to say they haven't come through or could not come through. I do believe if they could, or they will if they want to. So what I'm going to say now is, after they were out here running around, even with their small size, they took out a lot of flowers that never came back. My poppies never came back, among many other flowers. And this is really being used for our native birds. And yes, I do know the spice finches were introduced, but they're so accustomed. I mean, I'm standing right here, literally 6 feet from them, doing this, and they're fine. So what we did, we moved them to another yard that is not real flat. It was just an area that was protected because they got pretty big. They're right now about 3 to 4 foot tall, and they're nowhere near full grown. They're going to double in size. They've been living down there, and it is protected from coyotes. This is so, it's off my deck where the dogs, that's the reason it was done that way, so my little Yorkie can go out there in the yard, or at least I know if she steps out on the deck, there will be no coyotes coming and trying to get her, because it is scary. We have a ton of coyotes and animals. So the update on them now is they're about a good 2 months old plus. They're pretty much about half grown, and the person that brought them is actually going to take them back now this week. So they are going back from us, which we raised them, to their new home. We went over there yesterday and we checked it out. She wanted us to come over. They have a corral. It looks like it should hold them really good. They should be really good there. There's other animals, and though they'll be in a corral, the goal is to let them out every day, and then they'll sleep in the corral, and her yard is very well protected from coyotes. So that is the update, because so many of you have asked what happened to them, how are they doing. They're doing really well. One's got a little bit of a bum leg, but still seems to get along good, and being on flat land, a flat surface, should do better. We'll see as time goes on. And that is what's going on. So I'll try to get an update. Not, some people don't want their yard filmed, and I understand that. It's their choice, it's their privacy, and I'll see if I can't. But otherwise, you can see I'm showing you where they are. Right now, they're totally protected from coyotes. There are roll bars. They do sleep there. They're not brought in anymore. And it's worked out really, really well for them in that yard. But again, they get up and they run. And when they do that, they spook. They spook themselves is what it is. And they'll run into the fence sometimes. And it's a long, narrow strip that's right under the deck where the hummingbirds feed. And that is the issue as part of it. And the other part is Gary has taken them out to roam around with his healers and the chickens, but they come back and they thrash against the gate. They want to go back in. And I think her situation will be really good. She's got goats, she's got a horse, she's got llamas and chickens and all kinds of stuff. And I think it's a really good situation. She's got her grandkids there that are going to have a blast with them and show them a lot of attention. And after all, she is the one that brought the eggs. She did state right from the beginning she wanted him back, though she did say if we were in love with them, we could keep them. But let me tell you something. Just me going down visiting with them, they peck hard now. We've had emus in the past. We raised them over 30 years ago, so we are very aware of how to raise them and what they can do. And like, I can't bring Zoe with them anymore, in with them. When they were little, I could, but right now, the last time she was with them, they were running through the yard here. And the problem was they could accidentally step on her. And even though right now they're probably only about 35, 40 pounds. They're going to get double and triple that. And it's an accident. It wouldn't be anything malicious. You know, they wouldn't, I don't think they would kick her because they like her. But the point is, it can be an accident. And we don't want any accidents here. And like I said, the other thing is I go down and they peck at me because they're looking for things. And that's just the way they are. It's kind of their natural instinct to peck at everything. And they bruise me up, especially when I don't expect it. And they come and grab me in the leg or grab me in the arm. And this is something, you know, we are aware of. And we have so much going on here that to put out a lot of time, money, and effort to make them another place would be difficult when we have so many other things that are going on here. And I think it's going to work out better because we can't show them all the attention they want. I mean, they would need a lot of attention. With kids there, I think, and kids that are very aware of animals and they know animals well, and she knows animals. She was raised her whole life with animals. I think it's going to be a much better situation for the emus and for everybody. Like I said, she's the one that caretakes a facility that told her that they didn't want any more emus. And then somehow with the storms and everything got past everybody. And the female laid eggs, the male sat on them. Sitting for so many months, she thought that the eggs were no good. There must have been 2 clutches of eggs there because at the wrong time of the year, the 2 babies were hatched. And then the male he had no interest in doing anything with them. And she was afraid they were going to get smashed there. So they would have been gone at that point. And that's why she brought them here. She called us. She had no idea what to do with them, how to set them up. Gary put them in the brooder. We got special food for them, put them on the special diet for young emus. And we raised them in the house. And then during the day, we would let them out supervised because we were worried about hawks coming here. And then when the time was right, they stayed outside and then they were moved into our other yard where they are now, but then they were brought in every night too because Gary was worried, even though it is coyote proof. And long story short, that's where they've been living all this time. And now it's time for them to move on and go to their new home for, well, I think would be better for them and better for us and everybody. And it was strictly supposed to be something we were going to caretake and take care of until they were ready to go into their new home. So I hope I've answered all your questions. You got to see them grow up. Periodically, I would drop in pictures and stuff. And now they're venturing on with their life. So with that, have a wonderful day. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye. This is my favorite garden. I'm literally standing out here. I'm literally right here. Look at this. If I move too much, they'll leave. But if you can see, I've got all kinds of birds here. It is amazing. It's like an open, free aviary. And they're all coming here to eat, drink, and be merry. Bye-bye.